The building is 1870. It was a general store at its inception, and somewhere around the time of 1911, my grandfather's relatives, cousins, came in and turned the general store into the parlor that you see today. The floor, the ceiling, the doors, the inside windows are all original 1911. And then my grandfather came late teens, 1918, 1919. He was in Manhattan as a cook. And the story goes that one of the cousins was a gambler, and he had some debts to be owed. And my grandfather came out of the city, had a little money, paid off the debt, and he liked the area and he liked the business. And that's how it started as Star Confectionary Papa Nick's. So when you go outside, you film outside, the girders of the building are like their washers are stars. And then at the beginning, it was a confectionery store. So Star Confectionery Candy. Papa Nick is my grandfather. That's how the nickname came. And that's kind of neat that there's that I always thought that was pretty cool that the restaurant has a nickname or something. I've always had nicknames too, so I guess that's why I like things like that and old-fashioned stuff. And then, like I say, some of the things we still do from then is we still make homemade ice cream, and we still do the chocolates that you saw before. My father came into the business, I guess, in the 50s with his brother, and I'm here 23 years. I don't know, early 90s I came in, 91, 90, and I was only coming for the summer. And then I was doing the dishes, hanging out. And the next thing you know, my uncle retired, and I started cooking, and I liked it, and I've been here all these years. So. Okay, there's my grandfather. There's Papa Nick. And there's an old shot of this gentleman's the cousin, and that's my grandfather's brother. And you could still see in the photo the floor, but we still have some of the handles that we still use today, and when you come get a shake. And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of time and effort, but in anything in life you want to be successful, you have to put time and effort into it. So some of the stories that how I think it got its nickname in the 40s and 50s and 60s too, but not so much. But in the 50s a lot, the high school football team would have their games on Saturdays, and the marching band and the parade would come down, and they'd all pile into the restaurant. Believe it or not, 60, 100 kids, whatever, they'd be all in here. And my father said, that was really its heyday of the, when you call them happy days or what have you. And the 60s and 70s, I guess, when I was growing up, we were, the town was thriving. We still have a beautiful downtown, but there was a lot more retail in town, so there was a lot more people in town. This was more of a hub for the East End to come down and shop and what have you. And as those, like my father says, as those mom and pop stores didn't have that second or third generation to take over those businesses, unfortunately they went out. I know what people eat. That's my business, I guess. And you come in, if people come in, they won't be in for a year or so. And if you just if you do something, talk to you a little something and triggers in your head, you kind of remember them. And I guess it just, makes you feel better when you come in, and it makes you feel like you're home, I guess. That's what I think when you come in here. It's like you come into just an extension of my house. You can make a sandwich. Anybody can do that. I always say that anybody can do. But the thing is, it's all timing. When the egg comes off, the toast has to pop, the burger has to flip. You got to take the cheese off. You got to do the tuna sandwich. You got to pick the fries up. So there's all certain things that are going on in my head. Maybe that's why I can't calm down. I'm always blah, blah, blah. It's funny. The Circle of Life, the Disney movie, and it's true. you know, I have my friends, and my father did the same thing with his friends, and, you know, it's just a circle of life, I guess. That's the way it goes.